Times Games to support the community of gamers by providing a place to play and occasionally, like today, hold larger events. This one we call Winter Games Day. It's the first event of the year of the 5 that we do, ending in December when we hold a 3-day convention called Centaur. Still quite early, people are still setting stuff up. I'm expecting a lot more as the day goes on. We've already got a pretty decent sized crowd here. And this is an interesting little thing here. We've got a local group of video gamers who have joined us for our little event here. And as you can see, it's got a pretty decent sized crowd.
I'm Charlie Miller. I'm with the local Super Smash Brothers group in Santa Maria, and we're here at Leisure Time's Winter Games Day event, and we have a tournament of about 30 people here today. And the group is all about bringing the community together for a community sort of oriented take on the game as well as a competitive one. We play Super Smash Brothers 64, Super Smash Brothers Melee, Super Smash Brothers 4, and then as well as Project M. And yeah, we meet pretty locally. We're just pretty new getting started. It's a very grassroots scene. And we're pretty excited with the turnouts that we're having, and we're going to keep rolling with it with all these tournaments, and we hope to come back at Leisure Times pretty soon.
The event's been going on for about 45 minutes now, and we're at about 50 people, which typically is usually the minimum amount of people we get on one of these events by the end of the day.
Sean Garrity. I am a Vanguard for AEG, and I am also a demo rep for Paizo Publishing. For AEG, I demo trains, planes, no automobiles, L5R, and Doomtown Reloaded. For Paizo, it's Pathfinder Adventure card game. One of the people that on Facebook, you can go to Santa Maria Saturday Board Games to find out when we play. We play at the mall Saturday mornings, and there should be places for you to figure out how to play. If you want to do organized play for the Pathfinder Adventure game, or organized play for Doomtown, and hopefully soon we will have organized play for L5R, Legends of the Five Rings.
Yeah, that game's been around a long time.
The game's been around for 20 years, and it's the 20th anniversary this year, so there's a big push for it, and if you're interested in learning how to play that, we got some demos for that. Doomtown Reloaded is a game that is a Wild West game where the combat is done via poker, and that was relaunched this year. That's why it's called Reloaded. It was a game that was around 20 years ago, or about 15 years ago. Trains and Planes are just what they're calling their destination fun games. They have nothing to do with each other than they sound the same. They're part of a title of a movie, and they have nice artwork of the same. But
same type of lettering too.
Yes. AEG also does Love Letter, a very wildly successful game that they've reprinted in a bunch of different formats. This one is the L5R Legends of the Five Rings version of Love Letter. It's a game that 2 to 4 players can play in about 15 minutes. It's a great learning game. Pathfinder Adventure card game is a game where you explore dungeons, kill monsters, get loot, and you can level up your characters. You have persistent characters that can level up through many different plays. This particular base set is pirate-themed, Skull and Shackles. The original base set was Rise of the Rune Lords. If you're a fan of the role-playing games, it has the same theme of those two adventure paths.
Right on. So what made you decide to start doing demos and stuff?
I wanted to play these games more often, and it's hard to find people in our gaming group. They like to play other games every week, different game. I kind of wanted to play the same game more than once, and so there were organized play opportunities for both of them, but no one was here doing it, so I volunteered to do it.
80 or so is probably about average. So if things keep going the way they are now, this is most definitely going to be a larger event than we typically do. Got a nice size 40 Warhammer 40,000. Don't mind me, I rented my lips.
If I make one of those cover staves, I have to still go.
Hey guys, it's Cody with Leisure Time Games, and we're out here at the Leisure Time Games Winter Games Day 2015. It's been an awesome day here today. I played in the Warhammer 40,000 tournament today, and it was really fun. I actually won. It was awesome. Games Workshop does Warhammer 40,000. It's one of 3 games that they support. I highly recommend it. It's really fun. To start off, you get to build and paint miniatures, which is obviously a fun hobby. It's something artistic and fun to do. Also, it's a social game, so you have to actually meet up with friends and roll dice rather than being online or talking with people over the internet. So it kind of has that awesome social aspect. It's also a very highly strategic game and mathematically based with percentages and things like that. So it sharpens your mind, it sharpens your artistic skills. It's a little bit expensive sometimes, but once you buy a model, you have it forever. So that's what I have to say about Warhammer 40,000 in general, Games Workshop. It's a great game. I highly recommend it. We play at Leisure Time Games every Thursday night from about 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. That's Leisure Time Games in the Town Center Mall, Santa Maria, California. And yeah, stop on by if you want to hang out and learn how to paint, learn how to play. If you're interested at all, it's a really fun game. And yeah.
We've got this section back here. Various card games are going on. We got Magic players, some Yu-Gi-Oh players. We got a bunch of people who are playing the Bushy Road type games back over there. Card Fight Fans, Plus, there's going to be some people coming in later for some games that just recently started back up again or are brand new, such as Forces Guild and Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, after the bad was totally
Up at the front over here is where we have our board and card game group. There's this gentleman here, Adam, that's Tom. He brought a game that he made. Actually, looks kind of nice too. Calls it True Pirates. Be expecting that at your local
Now when you roll a
game
camera
store.
check, you'll get to
I want to see what you got. You have any thin mints in
This
this? Got it? Oh, mix
gentleman
them.
here
How much are they?
is Dan, and he runs a podcast, Board Games and Brew.
Hi, I'm host Dan,
And I'm Bastard Tom.
and we're from Board Games and Brew, the podcast about board games
Brew!
and brew again, because we love beer. That's www.boardgamesandbrew.com. We are a podcast about supporting fun in gaming, right?
Yeah, we talk with all sorts of people involved in the industry, game store owners,
Game owners, game designers, game
conventions,
wenches of all sorts,
and game widows.
and gaming widows. We actually had a gaming widow podcast where all of our wives took over the podcast and actually complained about us for a good hour and a half.
I'm not going to say you're going to learn anything, especially about board games,
No, because
but you'll have a lot of fun.
We'll have a lot of fun, and that's all we really care about.
Sweet.
Board Games and Brew. Shop at Ken Store.
This gentleman here
I think this
is Jeff Prereleases. He runs a publishing company called Cosmic Wombat Games. And here we have a Girl Scout. selling us Girl Scout cookies, which I assume are made from real Girl Scouts.
They are.
See? So we're going to see about buying some Girl Scout cookies, and I will continue.